Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. Today we are checking out a brand new car to Forza Horizon 4, the Zenvo TSR-S, added in through the brand new feature Photo Challenge. So if you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing and let's see what the TSR-S can do. The Zenvo TSR-S is one of the easiest cars to unlock in Forza Horizon 4 history. Quite simply, complete the brand new feature Photo Challenge for the summer season, the headline act. Take a photo of any car in front of the stage at the Horizon Festival site. Here it is then, the Zenvo TSR-S, in my opinion, one of the best cars to be added to Horizon 4, with that rear wing sort of having a mind of its own at times, but it's an absolute party piece of this car. We have a 5.8 litre twin supercharged V8 mid-engined rear-wheel drive pushing out 1,177 horsepower. We do weigh 3,410 pounds though, so we are quite heavy, but it can shift when it wants to. It can absolutely deploy its power using all its downforce to its advantages. Now, whether that rear wing actually has any effect in Horizon 4, who knows, but it does seem to grip, and being rear-wheel drive and in Class S2, it does feel pretty planted. I mean, I'm taking these roads at some speed with no problem whatsoever. We are going to test it completely stock in a race. We are going to check out some upgrades and see what we can do. So without further ado, let's go chuck it around a racetrack. Here we go then, completely bone stock. Let's see what the TSR-S can do against some unbeatable driver tires. We've got the full package. We've got 1,100 horsepower and we have next level aerodynamics. Let's see what the Zenvo can do. Just can I drive it like a human? That was sent up the inside like a pro, gaining some places. Now that rear wing really is next level aerodynamics. Not only does it act as an air brake, it sort of wiggles left and right as you go around corners, which is actually rather distracting whilst you're trying to race, but it is next level. It's never been actually tested to see if it does make a difference around corners, but I don't see why it wouldn't. Even with our next level aerodynamics and our 1,100 horsepower from that twin supercharged V8, I am struggling to catch and overtake these unbeatable driver tires. It's actually quite a challenge. The Zenvo doesn't accelerate quite as much as I thought, and I think that is probably due to the weight. Being 1,400 pounds, he is quite a heavy boy. He probably needs a diet, so some weight reduction is going to come into play when we do our upgrades. But as you can see on this, that's a lot of understeer, on the M600 in front of me, he is just pulling away. We're not catching, even with 1,100 horsepower. So even with all the horsepower in the world and the best aerodynamics a car has ever seen, we come in 5th place. Upgrades for the Zenvo then, let's go ahead and check them out, see what we can do to make this thing any better. First thing we're going to check out is aero and appearance. So front bumper only, we can have a Forza front splitter with massive canards on the front. I reckon that makes a massive difference. I am actually going to fit that, see if we can eradicate some of the understeer that we seem to be getting. Luckily, we can't do a Forza rear wing, because if anybody puts that on the back of this car and gets rid of the next level aerodynamics this car comes with, you need to uninstall your game, but luckily it's not an option. Conversions then, let's see what we've got. Just some drivetrain swaps, no engine swaps, and no turbo or supercharger swaps. So we can make it four-wheel drive if we wish. We're not going to right now. We're going to keep it rear-wheel drive. Tyres and rims, we've pretty much got race tyres already. We can put the Forza Horizon logos on the side if we wish. We can have rally tyres if you want to take it off-road, and you can have drag tyres if you want to take it up the drag strip, but we'll keep these standard stock race tyres on there. Now for the width, front and rear, we're already running 245s. We're going to make it a little bit wider, just so we've got that grip. So 265s at the front, and we'll go full big boy at the back at 355s. I'm not changing the rims because I really like these rims. We can make the fronts a bit bigger if we wish, but we're not going to, because I think this looks perfect the way they are. We can do the old wheel spacers, and it's not too aggressive, but it does make an improvement, so we are going to do that front and rear. Platform and handling, we already have the best brakes we can have, which I'm not surprised. We've got twin superchargers. If it didn't have the best brakes it could have, I'd be a little bit worried. Suspension, we've already got the best suspension we can have. We can have rally suspension, again, if you want to take it off-road, or you can have some drift suspension if you want to get this thing a little bit wild and crazy. Weight reduction, standard 3,422 pounds. We're going to chuck in some weight reduction, taking off 334 pounds, bringing us to 3,088 pounds. Engine upgrades, so a little bit more power. We have stock 1,177 horsepower. We're going to do the engine displacements, brings us up to 1,369, adding 192, and then upgrade the twin superchargers, gives us just 95 horsepower. That's a little bit disappointing. I thought it'd be more than that. So our final horsepower is 1,464 horsepower. We are now in Class X. Final numbers on the Zenvo then, 3,096 pounds in weight, 1,464 horsepower, Class X 999. I think that's the first Class X build we've done here on the channel, and 26,200 credits worth of upgrades, so nice and cheap. Anybody interested in the car mastery perks, we have some good ones in here. We've got your skill multiplier, builds twice as fast. Your skill multiplier can go to 6. We've got a couple of wheel spins, and we have 30,000 in credits. Painting options on the Zenvo, a little bit disappointing. There are no advanced painting options, and I think they've missed a little bit of a trick there, because we do have that orange pinstripe on certain parts of the cars, and the calipers being an orange as well. We could have had those a different colour to the main body of the car. We are going to be changing the colour of the Zenvo, and it looks good in pretty much any colour you desire, but we're going for this turquoisey green. Right, let's run that race again then. 1,464 horsepower this time, and our widened tyres. We've also got our front aero attached this time as well. Let's see if we can do any better than 5th place. Now in the tuning settings of Forza Horizon 4, that rear wing is completely adjustable. You can add downforce and add pressure if you want to, so you can probably keep the back end in check a little bit more if you so wish, but obviously that's going to lose you a bit of top speed. Can we outrun this 1-1? If I don't over rev, I might be able to. Yes, we can. Let's try and catch that Aventador in 5th place. I think the front splitter is definitely helping with the turn-in and keeping us a little bit flatter in the corners. That rear wing is very distracting though. You're just watching it all the time, just lollop about on the back of the car. It's so much fun though, and I'm extremely glad they added this car. It makes me happy, is what it does. I actually jumped in my Discord and asked people over there what they thought of this car, and they're telling me that in the wet and in the snow, this car is an absolute monster. So I think we're going to go try a race in the winter and see how the Zenvo does. I made absolute mincemeat of whatever we just overtook. Was that a Senna? And there it goes past me. Okay, we're coming 5th again. We came 5th. Even with upgrades, we still came 5th. Just to see what the Zenvo can do, I have fully upgraded the TSR-S. We are even running 4-wheel drive. The stats are insane. Speed 8.8, handling, acceleration, launch and braking all sitting at 10. We have a 0 to 60 time of 1.7 seconds and a top speed of 249.6. Let's go and see what the Zenvo can do in the winter season. Right, let's see what this thing can do in the winter. I've seen a lot of people test this thing in the rain, so I wanted to be a little bit different and try some snow. 0 to 60 in 1.7 seconds. Absolutely blasting through these driver tires. 4-wheel drive obviously going to help us here, and the active aero should come into play. But it does feel very grippy. We don't even have snow tyres on this thing. We've just got normal road tyres. They are all struggling, and we are just absolutely blitzing through the pack. So yeah, I would completely agree. This thing is a winter beast. We're not even halfway through this race and we're already into 1st place. In the summer season, the other races that we did, we struggled with 5th place, let alone getting 1st. This thing is incredible. That active aero and that front splitter both working together to keep me planted in the slippery stuff. Okay, Discord was right. In the snow season, this thing absolutely dominates. 1st place, our 1st finishing position in the Zenvo TSR-S. So there we go guys, the Zenvo TSR-S with its next level aerodynamics. It's futuristic rear wing. Absolutely love it. It's so much fun. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing if you want to see me check out more brand new cars in Forza Horizon 4. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, guys, and have an awesome day.